Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another Arca Garage video. Today I'm gonna show you how to replace interior door handle on Alfa Romeo Giulietta. Also consider subscribing to our channel and help us reach 20k. Now, as you can see, the door handle on my Alfa Giulietta is all messed up. The metal coating which is used to cover this plastic part is all peeling off. Now the previous owner actually tried to remedy this by taping it, and I'm guessing he did that primarily because this is actually very sharp and it can cut your fingers. Another problem that I have with this door handle is that the spring inside has snapped off and the door handle is actually very light, so I figured I would just replace it altogether. This is the replacement door handle that I got. I paid 35 euros for it locally, but if you want a cheaper option, you can actually order it online for like 15-20 euros or something like that. I'm gonna start by removing the door panel. I'm gonna speed it up. If you want to see the detailed video, I'm gonna put it in description. Here's our door handle from the inside. You can see that it's secured in place with these three melted tabs. Now to remove the door handle, what I'm gonna do is grind them down, and I'm just gonna grind down this center part. This is also one of the reasons why many people don't actually want to tackle this job themselves. Now on the other side we got one plastic clip on the top and there is one more on the right side, so I'm just gonna pop them off. And to remove the handle, I'm just gonna pry off this back part. I'm just gonna push the plastic piece which holds the pin up. Now that I got the pin out, I'm just gonna slowly pull the door handle forward. And now I'm gonna twist it to remove it the rest of the way. Alright, here's the door handle out. You can see these pins that I've just grinded down. You can also see the clip on the top and one on the left side, and there's also the broken spring that I was talking about. Here's our new door handle. You can see that the spring is nice and tight. Also, you can see these three pins which are supposed to be melted. However, I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna use a slightly different method. I'm gonna use these screws to secure the door handle in place. These are actually self-tapping screws. I'm not gonna use them like this. They are a bit too long. I'm gonna shorten them, and then I'm gonna use them to secure the door handle in place. Just for the record, I'm gonna measure the thickness of the screws, and here we can see that the thread is 5.5 millimeters in diameter. As I said before, I'm gonna shorten these screws. I'm gonna make them a couple of sizes, but the size doesn't have to be exact since we're gonna use washers as well. Here comes the tricky part. It's time to install the new door handle. As with removal, I'm gonna push up this plastic part which houses that hollow pin on the far right, and I'm gonna push the door handle inside. I'm gonna use some force, however you still gotta be careful not to break anything. Now that I got that pin in place, it's time to push this longest middle one in. For that, I'm gonna use this small screwdriver and this flat one. Again, I'm gonna push the plastics apart and push the pin inside this hole, and that's basically it. Here you can see that all three of our pins are inside their spot, and I'm gonna turn the door card around and pop the handle in all the way. Now, as you might remember, we still got one clip at the top and one on the right, so I'm just gonna push them in. Just like that. It's time to secure the door handle all the way. You can see when I push it in a little bit, the pin comes out, and for that reason I'm gonna use these metal washers which can go over the pin. I'm gonna use two of them for the one on the left and one in the middle, and I'm gonna use one for the one on the right side. I gotta warn you about two things here. The first one would be that you need to center these washers so the screw can pull the pin out, and the second thing is that you don't want to over tighten these screws. If you ruin the inside of these hollow pins, it will be very hard to secure them by screws. Now you can see that everything is nice and tight. I'm gonna repeat the same thing for the rest of the pins. Here it is done. Now I was able to torque down these screws quite a bit, so the door handle is actually more sturdy than it was before. Lastly, I'm gonna remove this white piece from the old handle and I'm gonna put it into the new one. As you probably already know, this white piece is actually used to secure the cable in place. There it is. I've put everything back together. The new door handle looks great. It actually feels different as well, primarily because of that broken spring on the old one. You can see everything functions as it's supposed to. Anyway, that would be all for this video. I hope you find it useful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of Alfa.